So I'm trying to wrap his little presents that I got him right now. I just gotta find some tape. Much of a difference, but whatever. I think I got it. If I had my back mask, it would have been straight through. Literally. Kids, man, I swear to you. I don't want all this extra access on it because it doesn't need to be there. How could you think freaking tape that would be freaking nice, right? I didn't want all this paper, so guess what? Baby, don't rip. I swear to you. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Thank you. Hi guys, I'm just over here. Wrapped up for the Christmas present. This is the first one I wrapped up. Now I do the other one. The big one is what I don't plan getting, but I'm gonna do it though. Okay. Great, so I got one down, one more to go. this other one, I don't know how I'm gonna wrap it. It's a little big, so I'm trying to figure out how can I wrap it. I gotta get up because I gotta do nose close real quick. I gotta wrap this gift. I just don't know how to wrap it. Jesus does like me because the Bible tells me so. Okay. Let's see if I can fight with this thing right now and get it over with. Is there any paper? Okay, let's see. Let's see what I can do. See if I can wrap this gift up. Let's see how good I am with the wrapping. Let's see. Trying to think, how can I wrap this up? Where the scissors at? Where put the scissors at? I don't like these scissors. I really don't like these scissors. They're terrible. anything about this wrapping. This was terrible. Now, usually we do that every It's not neat. I'm struggling. I don't like the way the wrapping is going. It's terrible. I'm gonna have to go Christmas shopping after Christmas. That's pretty much what it is right now. Because listen, between paying the bills and getting gas and paying this, y'all, this year was not it for me. I'm gonna go get these clothes done. I wish somebody could send me some damn clothes. I feel like I deserve them. I love you guys. I know that. I was close in the car. Okay. When you drink your coffee with your picture on the wall. You do that, my love. And I'm going to hang up these clothes while kicking it with you guys. Right? I think that's pretty cool, right? Let's see. Or is that like too high? That might be too high. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, hold on, I got something even better. Hold on. I'm a little stitch holder for you guys. Okay. If I could put you like this. So it's stitch holding you guys. Let's see. It's on my phone photo. It's still not gonna work. I think that will work right now. Oh, I had to go. Had to pay bills, so I had to go. It's hot in here. I'm immediately how upset. Hi guys. Sorry, I'm just running up clothes. Hi Jason. Hi Jay. Nothing more right now. I'm just hanging up those clothes because my clothes are drying. I just decided to just hang up his little clothes. His clothes don't take long to dry, so plus he already got an outfit for school for tomorrow. And then they got an early dismissal Tuesday. Oh my goodness, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Cause I gotta get him to school both days. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Cause I know my mother not gonna do it. So I gotta figure this out. How, I don't know, but I gotta think of something. So I got the little 2 presents up. I basically got everything done. The only thing I gotta do now is run to the grocery store after the clothes are dried, so I can cook dinner tonight. He said his back was hurting earlier, so, because I was a little concerned because his kidneys is right there. So I'm a little bit concerned about that because I don't wanna not get it checked out. But I'm gonna see if I can make him an appointment tomorrow for the doctor's office because his back was hurting. And with him having chronic kidney disease, it's kind of dangerous. Well, thank you. I know, me too. Thank you. So I'm just trying to cross fingers and just pray that it's not his kidney. I'm praying it's not that because I can't. I mean, I would have no choice, but it's a lot, You know what I think? maybe a little weird. But I think that people should go into things kind of in a sense. Maybe it's just me, but I personally want to go into something with more of a understanding and open mindset with somebody else's situation or somebody else's. I feel like what Monique said from Love and Hip Hop was so true. Don't judge my solution. If something works for me and you don't understand it, I get that, but don't judge it because it works for me. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like that's where some people kind of, in a sense, lose their mind because they feel that what they're doing for themselves or their home is wrong because other people think that, and that's not reality. Just reality wise, if something works for me and you don't understand it, it's okay. It's not meant for you to understand. I think his grandfather had gotten this shirt when he went to their home. This shirt is so cute, and it has no little it has a number on the back. I think this is so cute. Power will play on power. Let's see, come out. I don't, and this is my thing. Just because something works for somebody else doesn't mean that for you should look at it and say, oh, that's wrong because what you're doing isn't okay. No, if what I'm doing pays my bills, or if what I'm doing takes care of my children, or if what I'm doing makes my life easier and you're not trying to help me, then why is what I'm saying to you such a big thing, or what I'm doing for my household? Why would you have something to say about what I'm doing for my household? That's all I'm asking. I will always just say, before you go into something, ask as many questions as you can. Well, I think the clothes are done. Hold on, y'all. I think the clothes are done. I gotta go get them. Give me a second. Let me hurry up with this real quick because this is gonna take a little. I think the clothes are dry. I'm gonna just do this real quick. Try to hurry up. Okay, if we just get these clothes in here, then go down here and get some clothes. Okay, somebody know I'm tight brushing, but that's okay. It's not a lot, so it's just a little bit, but that's a lot. I don't like to leave my clothes inside the dryer because other people might want to use it and things like that, so I'm trying to hurry up. So that way, in case somebody else want to use a dryer, they can, That's it. I kind of do gotta rush because I don't want to have my clothes on there long. Because I seen somebody clothes inside the dryer, but I didn't touch them. I left them there. And that was the only reason why I didn't dry no clothes. Because I don't want to touch somebody's stuff and then they probably get offended or they probably get mad. And I'm not, it's not mine to touch. So that's what I say. I opened it, seeing there was some clothes in here. I closed it right back up. I said, nope, I will hang up his clothes. or the same purpose clothes in my house. That way I don't gotta be fussing with nobody about me touching something. That's not mine. No, thank you. I know how to avoid an argument. You know what I'm saying? No, thank you. If it ain't yours, don't touch it. So my mom always told me, so that ain't mine, and I'm not gonna touch it. That part, just not doing it. If I could just hang this little shirt up, that could stay right there. Just give you a hundred right here, real quick. Okay. Put this out here. Okay, now take this little shirt. I will be right back. Y'all wanna come with me? Come with me, come on. Come with me. So I just got to hanging up no little clothes. Hold on a second. Hello, I'm fine.
Have a good day, guys. Happy holidays.
Same to you. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, let's get these clothes and get out of here. Okay. Thank you. That part. I like this one. See what I can do. Not the lip balm in the dryer though. So Noah's clothes are already hung up. His is done. Now it's gotta come my lip balm away. Then we're into the dryer. You are in a situation with someone you don't understand. You are in a situation with someone you don't understand what works for them. I think in time you might be able to see it. That's pretty much how I look at stuff. Because sometimes I had just walked through the door. That could be it. So sorry, you guys. It's my internet is tripping. I need to make sure that I got mine. Okay, cool. Thank you, love. Thank you. But yeah, when you go into something, I think that you shouldn't judge somebody's solution just right off the bat. I mean, do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? With what I'm saying? Just like I'm gonna give you guys an example. Someone had came to my home and had questioned why did I have cameras in my house. I said, well, because my son has epilepsy. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or something when I say this, but I'm starting to notice that when men are around me, they don't have a sense of comfortability. That blows my mind. I am 5 feet tall, I weigh 100 pounds. What am I going to do to you? Besides probably have to go toe to toe with you, which is cool, right? You know, you win some, you lose some. Draw for draw, whatever, right? Because I'm not on that type of time. But let's just keep it real. What am I going to do to you? What am I going to do to you? I don't like when men are around me and they have a sense of uncomfortability. That's crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever had a man around me and he's been comfortable because of the amount of men that I know. I think they have a sense of uncomfortability, and it's like, you know, I always tell people, you're safe with me. You know, you're safe with me, you're good with me. My guy friends are not on that type of time, you know, unless they have to be. But other than that, they're cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're real cool, genuine, down to earth men. And I feel like a man pride, oh Lord, sometimes your pride is just a bit too much for me. But sometimes it's really a lot to have to take in and handle and do it. And it's like, okay, are you good now? Because I'm not about to keep fussing with you. And at this point, I'm starting to feel like I'm about to lose my damn mind. I think my internet is bugging. But somebody said pretty lips, so thank you. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder, you guys. I just wonder. Genuinely, I just wonder. But my phone is gonna die, you guys. How long have I been on here for? Alright, we're gonna put a long minute. I need a southern man. Well, southern man could come my way and I damn sure won't say no. I just need a man that has a sense of comfortability of being around me, with me knowing other men. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know, I could pray about it. And I agree, but see, that's my thing. And I believe it's because of the things I've had to do when I was younger. I actually go toe to toe, which is, again, I don't like speaking on. But I think that's the reason why I have a sense of me not being uncomfortable, or me knowing that somebody's always close to me, like pertaining to a man. So if I ever really needed him, I could call him. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's not the type of time I'm ever trying to be on. It's not, I just, when you just want to make sure that somebody feels comfortable around you because you want them to feel safe around you at all times. That's pretty much how I am. Like, I don't want a man to be around me and there's a sense of uncomfortability. I don't want that. And like, if you're around me, you're good, you're safe, you're fine. The same way I should be able to be around you and be good and be safe and be fine. But I don't know. I feel like at this point, I don't know. Do I want to go jobs tomorrow? Damn, I think I do. Ugh. Jesus, take the wheel, because I think I do work both my jobs tomorrow. And I think I'm working my first one. It's from 7 to 12, and my other one from 4 to 9:30. Darn it. So, I don't know. I just don't get it. Would y'all ever want to be around a woman and you don't have a sense of comfortability, or you don't have, or she or a woman is around you and she doesn't have a sense of comfortability? I feel like you want someone to be around you and to know that they're good. I think that's important. Y'all can't hear me, but y'all better listen up. No, sir. Okay. Sure, looking good. Sun, praise the Lord into it. But am I bugging? Like, do y'all think that I'm bugging? Do y'all think I'm tripping? Do y'all think that what I'm saying makes sense? I mean, what's up? No, I still got like a little cold going on. A little bit. So that's why I said I need to drink some tea. I personally would never want someone to be around me and they, like, the gentleman that I had over my house, that man is not comfortable around me. And it's crazy because, let's just keep it a buck, right? He carries on him. He's licensed to carry, which is cool, whatever. I don't understand how you don't have a sense of comfortability around me. I don't carry. You do. You're a whole full-blown grown man. Why do you not have a sense of comfort? And I've never put this man in harm's way. And I think to him, he thinks that I have because other men have been around. I get that. But I don't understand the sense of unsafety with me. A man has never approached you. A man has never, said nothing crazy to you or done nothing to you. So I'm not understanding the sense of uncomfortability when it comes to safety. I can understand the sense of uncomfortability because another man is around. I get that part. I get it. But when it comes to safety, because you know there's different levels of uncomfortability. You could be mentally uncomfortable with someone because you don't know how to converse in a particular conversation because you don't understand the topic of the conversation. Get that? You could be financially uncomfortable because you in a room with somebody that has more money than you. You can be verbally uncomfortable with someone because you don't know the language that they're speaking. So there's different types of uncomfortability. But when it comes to safety, I'm a mother. I'm not gonna put you in harm's way. Like, my first thought will always be my son's safety and someone else's safety. If you're with me, you're good. Like, you're fine. I'm not about the drama. I'm not about the BS. I'm not about the violence. I'm not about the arguing. You're making sense 100 for the first time, other than my mother, a woman has don't do that to your mom. Past trauma women are dangerous. Well, I mean, they're in past men are listen, past trauma with men are just dangerous. I don't get it. You know, you're at my home. I don't have none of these things at my home, and even if I did, I would have a lock for it. You get what I'm saying? And this is where, again, this is the conversation comes in at. But I don't understand the sense of someone's sense of uncomfortability when it comes to safety. Because again, each man that I've ever been around, I've always been very open and very honest about, hey, this one plays this role, hey, that one plays that role. I've always been open and honest about what man plays what role in my life and what he does for me and my son. So again, I'm coming in honest. Or, you know, sometimes there's going to be times when I'm having a conversation with somebody, you're not going to know who they are. But that doesn't mean you instantly say, oh, well, I don't know this dude, so I don't feel comfortable. Pertaining to safety, you're good. And I feel like that's where trust comes in at, because if you trust me enough to be around me, then you should trust me to know that you're safe. I personally don't understand how people be setting people up and having them, you know, harmed and hurt and all that crazy mess. I'm not doing none of that. That's crazy. Someone said trust no one. Well, I trust God, so just like I told my father yesterday, I said whatever is written, it shall be done. I can't stop God plan, but I'm never gonna put. I don't move like that. I would rather walk away from somebody than or you know what, I put it like this. I would rather even fuss with somebody, right? Than to have someone harmed, because that's not how I move. That's not who I am. I don't rock like that. Let me rephrase, trust no human. Well, I don't know what to tell you, because I feel like in life you got to trust somebody in order for you to get somewhere, because sometimes the person you don't trust, you may need their help. Be careful with that, because God will have us told you where the person that you think you can't trust is the person that you can trust. You just gotta be careful, because you genuinely don't want to miss your blessing because of you fear something. I tell you all the time, sometimes you gotta take a leap of faith, and what's already written shall be done. Whatever God has in store for you is going to be whatever happens. I'm not saying be nobody's fool. I'm not saying that. But when someone can help you level up in your life and or your career, you know, you're gonna trust them. You know what I'm saying? Again, there's levels to certain things, and I get it. Like, I have an understanding. You know, there's a lot of different levels. That's what I'm saying. I mean, sometimes you really can't treat people with respect. Sometimes you gotta just let people go, because, child, I done tried to treat this one person with respect and it just don't work. I said, oh, I'm over it. I don't care. Sometimes you gotta just be like, okay, you know what? Hi, my love. Sometimes you gotta just be like, you know what? I quit. I tried. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, don't block your blessing because you want to be hard-headed, or don't block your blessing because you want to be stubborn. You know, sometimes And I'm not saying that you gotta tell somebody, oh my goodness, everything that's happened to you. No, but if you could get your foot a little bit more in the door pertaining to your career or your acting or your singing, or you can have a full scholarship or something, just be, you can talk, but just be careful with what you say and who you say it to. Sometimes you gotta know how to, like my aunt said, you gotta know how to control the conversation. That's why before you speak, think about what you're gonna say, because you don't want to just be splurging on all your business, because people can't keep their damn mouths shut as much as a man can keep his damn zipper up. So please, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Try that man why he will know who you are and what you want, and it'll tell him who you, either way, what you want. I just don't get it. I don't understand how a man wants a woman to trust him, but he has the right to feel like he can't trust her. That's not how that goes. I mean, if I'm trusting in you, I would want you to trust in me. Like, I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was telling him, I was like, yo, do you trust me? I was like, because it's feeling like, you don't trust me. And I was like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I can't be rocking with you if you don't trust me. He was like, I'm trying. I was like, I've never given you a reason not to trust me. It's a whole lot of that setting up as going on. Yeah, I can't. I would not be able to sleep at night if I were to do that to somebody like that. That will haunt me, genuinely, because why would you even want to do that to somebody? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put my phone on charger. Is it charging? Okay, you good. And sometimes somebody mama could tell them, baby, don't go meet that girl, or baby, leave that boy alone. That's why, again, there's levels. There are levels. I do believe everybody has an intuition. I do believe that sometimes when your gut is telling you something and it's telling you, oh, thank you, yo, don't go meet up with shorty, or nah, don't even go meet up with homie, especially if someone is telling you, what, girl, don't go meet up with him, just leave it alone. Or even if the fellas is telling you, nah, yo, I don't think you should even go meet up with shorty, just leave it alone. Listen. You gotta, sometimes if people were to just listen to what somebody was saying and not thinking that they're trying to be in their business, I guarantee you a lot of people will be here. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes it could be a warning and you don't even know it. You understand, how many people have been set up, right? And sometimes their intuition told them, nah, I'm cool, I'm straight on that. And they follow their intuition and they're still here. Sometimes it's not about you going to go see shorty one more time looking fine, looking handsome. No, because you might not make it back, or vice versa. It's not about you going to go see this man and you look pretty, you got on a nice tight dress, It's not about that. Sometimes people can really be wanting to do harm to you because you don't want them. I said you have to genuinely, you gotta remember, you're still somebody's daughter, you still somebody's son, you still somebody's sister, you still somebody's brother, nephew, cousin. Like, you still a part of someone's family. So sometimes it's not about, if you take you out of it and you really put thought into like what y'all been through and everything else like that, right? You be like, nah, because I ain't even trying to argue with shorty, or you know what, I'm not even trying to argue with him. If you just listen, that's why I say you have two ears and one mouth for a reason. And sometimes somebody can give you a sign of who they really are. These are not my socks. I don't know whose socks these are, but they sure enough are not mine. I must have been in the dry. I will put those back. Because that's why when sometimes people be like, nah, man, you know what you're talking about, shorty like me. Yeah, okay. You may think shorty like you, okay? She may have been telling you everything that you and your men are suckers. No disrespect. But a woman having a tight dress, pretty face, small waist, big, you know what? It's like that woman can't do nothing wrong in your eyes. If men just stop thinking with this down here and think with this up here, you would be like, nah, I'm straight. And sometimes some men can smell BS from a mile away. They like, nope, I don't even want no parts of that. I see it in you. I feel your energy. I feel your aura. I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of that. And brother got the right to say no, or shorty got the right to be like, nah, I'm cool on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell my son, be careful. Be careful, because you still somebody's child regardless. Somebody said I can agree with myself. I'm just saying, like, y'all just see something pretty, y'all don't even care. Just like with protection. Some men be like, oh my goodness, you know, she's so pretty. So in your mind, right? In your mind, since she's so beautiful, you wanna raw dog it. That'd be the worst 18 years of your life. All because she was really pretty, or all because he was fine and had a body on him. Okay, so who cares? What somebody say? Your beauty gets so drunk. Your beauty gets us drunk. I don't know how you get drunk on somebody's beauty, but I will be beauty. You guys can be the beast. Oh, no. Because my son is 9. I cared. Okay, I did. I don't want to hear none of that. Nah, man, I was young. Yeah, well, your mother tried to tell you, or your father tried to tell you, but you want to be so hard-headed. Now you sitting up here arguing with your child's mother, can't see your child, and you blame her. Nah, man, because she won't let me see my son. Oh, no, you were young, right? So now you're old. Now you deal with this. And then, especially when y'all call your mothers, don't put me in that. Don't put me in it, because if I try to warn you once, whatever happens after that, baby, that's on you. Because I'm not going to sit up here and talk till I'm blue in the face. When I see something in someone and I know I see it and you don't want to listen, whatever happens after that, baby, that is your consequence. But I'll be damned if it be my headache. Oh, no, thank you. You and your girlfriend can get out and go argue with each other, because I don't want no parts of that. Even in a marriage, sometimes you end up married with somebody and you love them, and then you can end up hating them. So it doesn't matter if you are married, if you are engaged, if you are not married. It depends on the people. It depends on both of you. You can get married, think you're in love, and then y'all just be damn near arguing every single day. That's why I tell people, you see a beautiful house, right? You see a beautiful house. It's fully furnished. These people look like they're happy. Baby, when they close that door and they lock that door, you don't know what's going on in the house. Looks are deceiving. Someone can look like they're the most power couple in the world and be the brokest, unhappiest people ever. Okay, and be darn near on the verge of depression. So stop looking at something. Observe it. Come to find an understanding. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But you cannot sit there and just be like, oh my goodness, yeah, she's so cute. So I know she got herself together. See, okay, you go in, she probably don't got no damn food in her fridge. Okay? The house probably dirty as hell, and vice versa. A man probably don't got his shit together either. So it's not just a woman, it goes for a man. Sometimes you gotta really stop just looking at how somebody looks. Have a conversation. And I feel like that's the problem. People don't know how to have time to have a conversation with somebody to get to really know them, because sometimes the warning signs will be there. But since you're not taking the time out to get to really understand somebody, or really get to understand their solution, or get to understand how they move, you miss out on all the red flags that's there because of what you see. Have a conversation. I tell people, have a conversation with somebody. Have a full-blown conversation with them, and then you talk to me about now what you think. Then come talk to me about it. You may say something completely different, and that's fine. It's fine. people these days are raised to be selfish, and that's the problem. That is genuinely the problem. If you're gonna sit up here and be selfish, then respectfully, you don't need to be with nobody. Because when you get with somebody, you gotta take the time to genuinely know them, and that's why I tell people somebody can tell you one thing, right? But their actions can show you something totally different. And y'all know how I am. If you tell me something, right? But then I see something different. Oh no, red flag. What the hell is wrong with you? Because that's not what you told me. But now I'm seeing something different. I gotta go blow my nose. It's driving me crazy. I don't think I'm gonna let my son go to taekwondo because his back was hurting him. So I'm gonna rush him. I don't want him to move a certain way and then he get hurt. So I gotta figure out what am I cooking for dinner because I don't even know. Or should I just get him a pizza and call it a night? I'm about to probably just get him a pizza and call it a night. Make a little medium pizza. And call it a night. Cause I gotta be to work at 7. Oh, I gotta see my best friend could bring him to school tomorrow. Cause I gotta be to work in the morning. I'm just saying, like, that's why I be telling people when your mother is trying to warn you or when your father is trying to warn you about something, pay heed to what they're saying. Because if you come in and you be like, Mom, oh my goodness, I'm always arguing with her. I'm tired of arguing with her. Okay? 3 days later, you say the same thing. Another 3 days later, you say the same thing. Then maybe about another 5 days, you say your mother gonna get to a point where she tell you, stop. I don't want to hear it. You deal with that. That's your head. Then when you bring a baby into this, what are you doing? Y'all can't even get along for 3 days. What are you doing? But yet, when you're in the midst of it, since it feels so good, you ain't worried about that then. When you're doing all that pillow talk, okay? You ain't worried about it then. Oh, it's yes, daddy, go deeper. It's all this other stuff, right? And you loving it. Or she calling your name, you loving it. Yeah, okay. That baby coming, that's a whole different story. That baby coming, then becomes, nah, man, that ain't my baby. Cut it. Cut it out. Now you gotta deal with this. Your mother don't gotta deal with it. That's your child. She's just a grandmother. That's it. She's only the grandmother. She don't gotta deal with nothing else. That's your headache. You deal with it. That's what I tell you. Really look at the signs, okay? Really look at the signs. And sometimes a mother and a father, as soon as somebody walking in, be like, nope, turn back around. Nope, And they'll tell you, baby, but if you just listen, like if you just listen, you will be fine. But you just gotta listen. Oh, thank you. Just saying, sometimes your mother ain't lying, sometimes your father ain't lying, but y'all wanna be so young and so in love and think you know everything. Child, you just wet behind the ear. Go wipe it off and then tell me something. 20 years later. What? No. Can y'all hear me now? Hold on, I'm gonna have to take this lipstick off because I can't. Like, I feel like I keep trying to blow my nose and I can't do it because can y'all hear me now? Thank you. Can y'all hear me? I can't wear this. So I have to keep blowing my nose, so it's driving me crazy. Thank you. No, somebody just said NTZ clause said once women have kids, they have lowered their value, but most women are in denial about it. So I said the same thing goes for a man. When a man impregnates a woman, then he lowers his value. You can't say something goes for a woman without saying it goes for a man. Regardless of the double standards, regardless of all that stuff, right? Again, before science, it took a man to impregnate a woman. So why is it that his value doesn't become low, but he can still have multiple kids with multiple women? She gets looked at as a 304, right? Why? Why is that? But this man can sit up here and create these broken homes, right? And then you say, oh, you're a single mother. Okay, well, she didn't become a single mother out of nowhere. She didn't impregnate herself. Again, before science. I'm speaking of before all this crap now. It took a man and a woman to make one. Nowadays, you don't even need a man. I'm just saying. But also, it may be good at home. Me telling you it's not. Are you a single mother? I don't know. I'm so tired of getting asked that question. It's driving me crazy. I'm so hungry. You guys, I'm hungry. My stomach is like, grr. I want to try to get something real quick, but I can't. Ooh, somebody is so mad. They said, you think we the same, but we not. And if you want to keep that frame of mind, you will be the ultimate winner. Listen. It takes a man and a woman to create a baby before science. You're not going to tell me that me having this mindset that I have is wrong because a man wants to sit up there and be a 304. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me when a man wants to keep creating broken homes and then sit up there lying to each woman. That has nothing to do with me, okay? When a man is telling a woman something different and he in her ear and she's believing this and she's thinking that everything is fine and it's not, she's going off of what he's saying to her. But what he's saying to her is nothing but a bunch of lies because he's saying the same thing to the next one. So where is she at fault because of his lies? Where is she at fault because she said, you know what, no more, I can't deal with this? Where is she at fault for saying, you know what, I wish you well? I was really about to go and get some more potatoes to make some french fries. I want some yam fries. I'm going to get some yams. And I'm going to make some myself. So the same thing that goes for a woman goes for a man. I get everybody doesn't agree, but that's just my mindset. You're not going to sit up here and say something about me, but the same thing doesn't go for a man. It's just, I don't believe in that. That part, let them know again. The most important thing to a woman is her kid. Head of household is supposed to be the man, but when a man is sitting up here and he in these streets because he's full of streets, and he lying to her next move is, all right, I gotta get my grind and my hustle to feed my kids or feed my child or, keep a roof over me and my child head. Forget what he's saying, okay? And that's when she says, you know what, I'm good. Wait, who talking to the wrong one? I don't believe that you can say the same thing goes for a woman without saying it goes for a man. I don't believe that. Again, most of you guys on here are gonna completely disagree, and I get it, but I don't agree to that because I just don't. Okay. All that stuff is done, and it's 4:29. If a man wants a family, he's going to stay with his family. If a woman wants her family, she's going to stay with her family. It depends on the person themselves. That is it. That's it. That's it. It's not up to the streets. It's up to you what you decide to do. Being the stepdad is taking on another man's job, and being a stepmother is taking on another woman's job. Then again, so what is your point? You can't have a safety net without the net. You're gonna fall right through. So it doesn't make sense. And it's so funny how, again, these single dads, I think that they get, I don't want to say praise because the only man I praise is God, but I feel like they get rewarded for being single fathers. Like, oh, you're such a great dad. That's such an awesome thing. But yet y'all are so quick to degrade a mother. But y'all over up here chanting and raving for a single father. It's the same thing, just a different gender. I'm curious. Why create this huge statue of this man because he's a single father taking care of his daughter, but you degrade a single mother for taking care of her son? It makes no sense. It's the same exact thing, just a different gender. That's it. More than likely, if he's out in the street, that's where you find him. That's where you find him at. I mean, well, you could find somebody walking down the street. So, I mean, that don't mean they for the streets because you see them walking down the street. I mean, somebody's the answer. I'm just saying, you cannot. I don't believe that you can say something pertaining to a woman without saying it goes for a man. That's all I'm saying. That's how I feel about it. Of course, I know somebody will be like, oh my goodness, you got that mindset. Yes, I do. And I'm fine with it because guess what? I'm not dealing with nothing that's crazy. For some reason, I keep putting this on Noah's stuff and it goes on my stuff. I don't really understand why I keep doing this, but okay, we're going to figure it out today. I used to be a father, 5 stepkids with no pushing by the mother. I mean, how long did you stay? You got to remember, whatever situation you put yourself in is what you choose to deal with. So if you choose to deal with that and you feel like you're not going to appreciate it, that's on you. Like, you could have been walked away and be like, you know what? I see that I'm not really going to appreciate it the way that I want to, so I'm good. I mean, that's your decision to sit there and stay. I mean, you can't get mad at her because she didn't appreciate you because you let her. I mean, that's on you to say, you know what, now I'm cool on this, I'm straight. You know, because I want somebody that's going to appreciate me. That's on you, my love. You got to speak up for yourself. You're right, it does go both ways. That's on both. Overall, in general, JC are not me. In the U.S., over 80% of custodial parents are mothers. Just saying. Then I feel like men will see, oh, happy birthday. Men will see a woman struggling with her child's father and impregnate her, right? And then the same thing that he's going through with her, now you're going through it. Again, the signs are there sometimes, and then sometimes, she can get pregnant by somebody else, and this is just the best man ever. So it depends on the person, it depends on the people. Many fathers report having to prove fitness, while mothers are often presumed fit unless proven otherwise. That much is true. Single fathers are less likely to receive child support than a single mother, even when eligible. I don't know about that because I had to go to court for something a while back, and this gentleman wasn't this woman's baby, and he had to go to court for something, like for the money that he spent, and the judge told her you have to pay him all his money back that he spent on that child. He got his money. Well, the court said he was supposed to earn them, she ever paid him back. Most social assistance programs with teen and housing and property were originally designed around single mothers. But still, though, there are still single fathers out there. A single mother is often framed as strong, doing her best, or overcoming odds. And so is a single father. Oh, thank you, Jay. Let them know it's not black and white. I like that. Okay, let's talk about that. A single father. Well, I don't know, but some jobs, they don't care about that. Okay. Everything that you're saying, I'm going to agree with you. I agree with everything you said. Everything. I'm not knocking nothing that you say. I agree with you 100%. I agree. Everything that you said, you were spot on. I agree. I agree. Head on. I do. But I still feel that. And to be very honest, you are correct because a father could show up for something, right? And he does get, hey, you showed up and things of that nature. But in his mind, him showing up, he doesn't just want to show up. He wants to actually be there. There are a lot of things that genuinely bother these men when it comes to these women and their kids. Wait, what happened? Somebody said when my child's mother started cheating, she constantly got her head busted. What you mean? If someone is cheating on you, it sticks out like a sore thumb. You will be surprised how many people will cheat and you don't notice it because they don't change their routine. I don't know how people do that. How do you cheat and then you don't change your routine? Hi, but let's go back to what T2378P1H was saying. Lord, that's a long name. Everything that you said, I agree. I am not knocking nothing that you're saying. And I do agree. All these programs that are out here were basically designed for single mothers. I agree. And sometimes the father doesn't get the child when he is eligible. I agree. Because society feels like, or the law feels like, well, since the mother has a child, she's this loving mother. Sometimes she can be unfit. And again, it is, for some reason, it can be black and white. And sometimes the court still will deny a man his children. That's why I agree with you, but I still say I agree. I agree with you. There's nothing that you're saying that I can sit up here and even have a comeback with. I agree. And did you hit that girl? Because you said that she got her head busted. I'm trying to figure that part out. But I'm still going back to what the gentleman said. I agree with, there's no, I can't say nothing because you have me. Ouch, that hurt. I don't got really nothing in here. I'm hungry. We got some ice cream. This is some ice cream. We got nuggets. I gotta fill up a freaking fridge full of food. That's more of a reason for any father wait, what? Thank you. Thank you. But they do make it hard for fathers to get their kids. I agree. And I think it's dumb because, again, this is where I say we have some amazing fathers who really want their kids. If a woman don't want their kids and the man wants a child, let them go to their father. Like, you so mad and so bitter that this man don't want you that you'd rather have them go somewhere else. Girl, sit your ass down. Let them go with their daddy. Their daddy ain't gonna hurt them. I agree. Everything that you say, you were spot on. I can't even. I don't gotta come back. You got me. There's no argument because everything that you said was spot on. If I sit up here and even try to argue with you, I will be a fool. Not this in the freezer though. Not this in the freezer. And no, I didn't do this. I did. That's probably that night I had ice cream at like 3 Sunday in the morning and didn't care. Put that shit back. And I think I had to go the next day. I agree. There is no argument with you here, my love. You got me. You're right. And just like I feel if a single father was trying to get food stamps, they would make it hard for him. Because the first thing they would tell him is, oh, well, why don't you go and get a job? Well, why don't you tell her that as well? She can work. She's not handicapped, especially when a woman is not handicapped and she can work. Well, tell her the same thing. She can go and get a job. And they make it so hard for these fathers to get their kids, and it's like, why? Or they make it so hard for these fathers to get help who want their kids, or that genuinely do need the help. They make it so hard for men. Why? Yep. Is 5 minutes really worth all this? Is 30 minutes really worth all this? Is shorty so bad that is worth all this? You really listen before you be like, whoa, wait a minute. Let me put a 2-step in. Hold on. Let me think about that, because we about to 2-step. About to bring your ass home. We ain't doing none of this. Just saying. The main reason some women keep children away from fathers isn't one single thing. It's a mix of power, fear, and unresolved conflict. Listen. If you, like I told y'all, if you think I'm finna keep my child away from his daddy, use a damn fool. Because he can go his father. Because I be trying to pick up hours. Remember when my son stayed the night at his grandparents' house? I went to work. And then when he stayed the night again that next morning, I went to work. Literally, that's how I did it. And with him being with them, I got to work. I be telling women, be careful with that. Be real careful with that. Ooh, what? I agree. I agree. Mixture of Snicker ice cream and cooking cream. Keeping a child from a willing, capable father is rarely about the child. It's usually about control, fear, and unresolved emotions. If a woman no longer got emotions in check and let this child go with his father. Children, then become the middle ground where it's all conflict is all. But that's why I tell people, it's not about you. Take how you feel about this man out of it. Take how you feel about this woman out of it. Y'all lay down and have that baby. Get along for the sake of the child. It's not that hard. My youngest was about a year old when she left out of town with her girlfriend that left her on the other side of the country. That's crazy. I remember my first Mother's Day. I never forget this. First Mother's Day. My son had a really bad rash. And you couldn't even recognize who he was. I never forget it. My son's father looked at me and said, it's your fault why he broke out like that. It's your fault while he's sick. I never forget that. And then I think like an hour later, he came back away. I never forget it. Roses and a bear and a card. And when he gave it to me, I just started crying because I was so hurt that he blamed me for our son being sick. And it's crazy because I will never forget that because that was my first Mother's Day. That was my first Mother's Day. I remember that. I won't forget that. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. As much as I love this conversation, I gotta go because my phone is gonna die. And I gotta get my son soon. So, listen, if somebody comes in and they stop it, right? I'm pretty sure this generation will be fine if somebody just get a hold of these children and they talk to them. You know what I'm saying? It takes one person to really get to your child mentally, spiritually, emotionally, to be like, okay, I did forgive him for that. I did. I definitely did. But every time that Mother's Day come around, I always think about that. It's so weird because like now I look at my son and I'm like, damn, look at you now. I forgave him. I had to, right? Because if I would have held on to that, I would have never let him see my son because I would have been angry. I would have been bitter, right? Him being with someone, I would have been angry. I would have been bitter. I let all that go. And I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm genuinely happy for him. And I'm glad that, Noah's been over there, quite some time. Noah's going over there for Christmas Eve. Then he's going with my dad for Christmas morning. Then I'm bringing him back to his grandparents' house for Christmas. So he can spend some time with them. If anything, I might just probably spend for him a little bit of hours and get him from my dad's house to my house, and then probably just take him somewhere the next day. Damn, I think I gotta work both jobs next day. I'll figure it out. Now part. Now I get why. I love this conversation. I don't want to go. Oh, same to you, but I gotta, because I gotta charge my phone. I love you guys. I might be back on here later. Or probably tomorrow. That part. I love you guys. Take care. Have an amazing Monday. Today Monday? Damn, I don't know. I think today Monday. If it's not, sorry. Have a good day. I'm on Louise. And remember, you got this. Bye, love.